Good morning.
Good morning.
What would you guys do if I told you that our class had just won $1 million? How would you react? Michaela?
I'd be happy.
You feel happy? John Dell? Shocked? Noah?
Jump around.
You would jump around? Gloria?
I feel excited to win them.
You feel excited and you would throw it up? Amelia?
Yes.
Really excited. All right, hands down. So your reactions just told me what you would think, say, feel, or do. Just like how you all had a reaction right now, characters in a story have reactions to major events. Those are the big things that happen in the text. So as good readers, we got to pay attention to what they think, say, feel, or do. Before we go into our text, we're going to talk about some vocabulary words that I don't want them to trick us up while we're reading. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Eyes are on me.
Eyes on you.
Makai, eyes are on me. Okay. The first vocabulary word is laced. Lace. Do you know something that has laces? What has laces, Elizabeth? Your shoes. And what do you do when you lace your shoes up? What does that mean, Tariana?
When you tie your shoes.
That means you tie your shoes. So the laces come
Together.
Show me your fingers. And I want you to lace your fingers together. That means they come
Together.
All right, so in our story, that's what we mean when we say lace. This is your fingers laced together. Eyes are on me.
Eyes on you.
Another word that we're going to come across in the text is the word tattered. Does anybody know what that means?
No.
Tattered.
It sounds like tattoo.
It sounds like what?
Tattoo.
Tattletale? No, it doesn't mean anything like that. Tattered means when something's torn up or crumpled or looks kind of messy. Do you guys have any tattered papers in your desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people might have some of those. All right, the last word that we're going to come across in the text that I want to give you guys a heads up about is the word ripple. Do you guys know what happens when you skip a stone across the water? What happens?
Ooh.
Noah?
Skip it.
What happens to the water when you skip the stone across? It ripples. What does that mean, John Dell?
It means rock drop.
It means the rock jumped.
No, I know. Oh my God. No, it means that
So,
stop.
oh, it's too long. So the, she's not in the classroom right now, she's in the class. Okay. Eyes on me. When something ripples, it basically means that the water is moving, all right? Show me your hand rippling. Perfect. Eyes on me.
Eyes on you.
So we know our standard for today. We're focusing on characters' reactions, how they
Think, say, feel, or do.
We know some of the tricky vocabulary words, and we're going to get ready to go into our text, Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson. Put your hands in your lap, and put your eyes on the board.
Eyes on the board.
It starts off. That winter, snow fell on everything, turning the world a brilliant white. One morning, as we settled into our seats, the principal walked in, and she had a girl with her. She said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper. We all stared at her. Her coat was open, and the clothes beneath it looked old and ragged. Her shoes were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on them had broken. Our teacher, Miss Albert, said, "Say good morning to our new student." But most of us were silent. The only empty seat was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and she smiled. but I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself, and my books a little farther away from her. When she looked my way, I turned to the window and I stared out at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and I didn't smile back. Right, guys. So, the first major event that I saw, eyes on me.
Eyes on you.
The first major event that I saw was that there's a new girl in class. If a new student came into our classroom, that would be a major event in here, would it not?
No.
It wouldn't be a major event if we got a new student?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you've been a new student this year. If you joined our classroom in the middle of the year, raise your hand. When these people came in, was that not a major event in our classroom?
It was.
It was. It was something new to us. It changed our classroom. So I think this is a major event in the story. So now is a good time to stop and think about how the characters are reacting. What they're thinking, saying, feeling, or doing. Okay, so I've got up on my chart, there's a new girl in class. And I want to know how our narrator, this little girl, how did she react? So I've got to think, this is my turn, I'm thinking aloud first, all right? You guys are going to get a chance, this is Miss Hall's turn. I'm thinking, what did she think, say, feel, or do? And so I notice in the text that it says that she gets her things and she moves them farther away. She gets her book, her chair, and her body, and she turns
Away.
She turns away. Is that something she thinks?
No.
Did she say that?
No.
Did she feel that?
No.
Did she do that?
Yes.
That's something she does. I don't want that color. So the first thing she does, we don't know her name, so we're just going to call her the narrator. The narrator moves away from, do we know the new girl? What's the new girl's name? Jondell? Maya. The narrator moves away from Maya. Okay? I also notice in the text that it says that every day this happens, and when she comes in, she doesn't smile back at her. That's another way that she reacts. She does not smile
Back at her.
Does she say anything to her?
No.
How do I know she doesn't say anything? How do I know that she doesn't say anything, Makai? It doesn't say she said anything. Gloria, what else?
You could know how she didn't say anything because she didn't want to talk to her.
How do you know she didn't want to talk to her?
Because she moved her head.
Amelia?
Because when Maya smiled at her, she moved all the things at her body. She stared at the snow.
Okay, I noticed one more important thing in the text. It says, you know, when her teacher said, say good morning, it says, most of us were silent. So not only did she not talk to her, everybody stayed silent. So she was silent. When she walked in, she didn't talk to her. She was silent.
That's mean.
You know what? That is mean. That's not how you treat a new student.
It's rude.
Turn your voice off, and let's keep reading. All right, here's my narrator still speaking. My best friends that year were Kendra and Sophie. At lunchtime, we walked around the schoolyard, our fingers laced together, whispering secrets into each other's ears. One day, while we were near the slide, Maya came over to us. She held out in her hand to show us her shiny jacks and her tiny red ball. She got them for her birthday. It's a high bouncer, she said, but none of us wanted to play. So Maya played a game against herself. That afternoon, when we got back into the classroom, Maya whispered to me, bet you can't guess who's the Jacks champion of the world. Behind me, Andrew whispered, Chloe's got a new friend, Chloe's got a new friend. on this page was that this boy is teasing Chloe. He's saying,
Chloe got a new friend. Chloe got a new friend.
and I want to know, how does Chloe react to that? What does she think, say, feel, or do? So help me out here. Eyes on me.
I love you.
After he said, Chloe's got a new friend, did she think something?
No.
No. Did she say something?
Yes.
What did she say? What did she say in response? Abigail, what did she say?
She said she's not my friend.
Thumbs up if you agree, thumbs down if you disagree. Did she say that? All right, so one of her she reacts by saying she is not my friend. Right. That is me. She's not my friend. Okay, she didn't think anything. She said something. Did she do anything?
No.
No, just what she says. Based on the illustration, based on her body language in the picture, how do you think she's feeling right now? When the boy teases her about being friends with Chloe, and she says, she's not my friend. And by looking at her face, how do you think she's feeling right now? Tariana? You think she's sad? Corlin? Her feelings are hurt. Jondell? Mad? Michaela? Were you gonna say mad? Yeah. Amelia?
A little angry.
Angry? Lisbeth?
Upset.
Upset? Alright, so we've got all these good feeling words going around. She's upset. She's mad. Angry. You know how I think she's feeling? I got a good word to describe her. You wanna know what I'm thinking?
What?
I think, based on her reaction of her saying, she's not my friend, I think because this boy's teasing her, she's feeling a little bit embarrassed. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to add embarrassed to our chart. Make sure you're back in listening learner mode. Hands are in your lap and your eyes are on the board.
On the board.
The weeks passed. Every day we whispered about Maya, laughing at her clothes, her shoes, and the strange food that she brought for lunch. Some days Maya held out her hand to show us something that she had brought to school. A deck of cards, pickup sticks, a small tattered doll. Whatever she asked us to play, we said no. The days grew warmer and warmer. The pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow had once been. One day, Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes. But the shoes and the dress looked like they belonged to another girl before Maya. I have a new name for her, Kendra whispered. Never knew. Everything she has come from a secondhand store. We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but she didn't come over. She didn't ask us if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled it to the ends, and she jumped around, jumping and jumping around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up once. She just jumped and jumped and jumped. Are you guys ready to talk to a partner?
Yes.
Go ahead and turn your bodies. The event that we just read was that the girls are laughing and talking about Maya. They're really making fun of her. I want to know this time, how does Maya react? What does she think, say, feel, or do? I'm going to reread this page one more time, and then you're going to immediately start talking to your partner. Deal?
Deal.
It says, I have a new name for her, Kendra whispered. Never knew. Everything she has comes from a secondhand store. We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but did not come over. She did not ask us if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it doubled, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up once. She just jumped and jumped and jumped. Tell your partner how she reacts. What does she think, say, feel, or do?
She was jumping with her body. And she did not ask nobody couldn't they play with her. Okay. And she what?
Five, four, three, two, one. How does Maya react when the girls are teasing her, laughing at her, and talking about her behind her back? Tell me what she thinks, what she says, what she feels, or what she does. Lisbeth? Eyes are on Lisbeth.
I love Elizabeth.
Okay, here's my event. The girls are laughing at Maya and talking behind her back. I want to know what Maya does after that. Tell me what Maya thinks, what Maya says, how Maya feels, or what she does. Noah?
She thinks that people say no, that they don't want to play with her because they always say no.
Does the text tell me that? So you're making an inferencing. She might be thinking that, but I need proof from the text or from the picture. Can you see that in the picture? What she's thinking? Hands down while Noah's speaking. Your eyes are on him.
Because back where would always ask and say that you want to play with me, and they would always say no, and then we didn't ask now.
So this time she didn't ask. So did she say anything?
No.
No, so she was quiet. She did not ask them to play. Not doing something is a reaction too. She didn't say anything. She did not ask them to play. What else? John Doe? She feels embarrassed. Does the text tell me that? So prove it. Why do you think she feels embarrassed?
Because
Eyes are on John Doe.
the students are laughing at her.
Do you guys think she heard them?
No. Yeah.
Makai, do you think she heard them laughing at her and talking?
She might feel horrible
She might feel horrible. Why?
because she didn't ask them, and they're saying stuff behind her back being rude.
So do you think she heard them?
No.
You don't think she heard them, but she still feels horrible? Why would she feel horrible if she didn't hear them?
Because
Put your hand down. He is speaking.
they
Michaela.
maybe she was looking at them and seeing them talk about her.
Give me a thumbs up if you think she heard them talking about her.
Like seeing the movements of the mouth.
So she might not know what they said, but she might have thought that it was about her. Is that what you think? Okay. So I heard Makai say that she probably feels embarrassed or awful. What did she do? Who can tell me what she did when they were talking about her? Eyes are on Christina.
Eyes on Christina.
What'd she do?
She jumped and it was all around the courtyard and didn't look back.
Okay, so she jumped rope around the yard. Did she do that with anybody?
No.
She did it
By herself.
all by herself. Sad. All right, we're gonna read the rest of the story. Just a heads up, this last one you guys are gonna do by yourself in your notebook. So get ready and be listening for characters' reactions to tell me what they
Say, feel, or do.
Let's see how this story ends. Turn your body back facing the front. Listening learner mode in 3, 2, 1. Eyes on the board.
Eyes on the board.
3, 2, 1. Thank you. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Miss Albert had brought a big bowl into class and filled it up with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out away from the stone. This is what kindness does, Miss Albert said. Each little thing we do goes out like a ripple into the world. Then, Miss Albert let us each drop a stone in the water as we told her what kind things we had done. Joseph held the door for his grandmother. Kendra helped change her baby brother's diaper. Even mean old Andrew had done something. I carried the teacher's book up the stairs, he said. And Miss Albert said it was true. I stood there holding Miss Albert's rock in my hand. I was silent. Even small things count, Miss Albert said gently. But I couldn't think of anything I'd done, so I passed it on. Maya didn't come to school the next day, or the day after that. Each morning, I walked to school slowly, hoping that this would be the day that Maya returned, and she'd look at me and smile, and I promised myself this would be the day that I smiled back. Each kindness, Miss Albert had said, makes the whole world a little bit better. But Maya's seat remained empty. And one day, Miss Albert announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had moved away, Miss Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks, and it was time for spelling. That afternoon, I walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wished I had said to Maya. Sit down on my carpet, please. Come in quietly and sit down on my carpet. I'm going to start reading this page over again. Make sure you're paying attention to reactions. Sit down on my carpet. I'm not taking questions right now. I'm going to keep reading. Make sure that you're listening for how she thinks, says, feels, or does. That afternoon, I walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled up with all the things I wish that I would have said to Maya, each kindness that I had never shown to her. I threw small stones into the pond, over and over, watching the way the water rippled out and away, like each kindness done and not done, like every girl somewhere holding a small gift out to someone, and that someone turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of kindness with Maya became more and more forever gone. go back to your seat. In your notebook, you're going to tell me, how does Chloe react when she finds out that Maya's not coming back to class? How does Chloe react when she finds out Maya's not coming back to class? What does she think, say, feel, or do? A good response should be more than one sentence. Eyes are on me.
Eyes on you.
Show me how end of the year second graders can write a beautiful response telling me what she thinks, says, feels, and does. Do you need me to read the page one more time? Okay, I'm going to read again for people that need it. If you do not need it, you can stand up and go back to your seat to silently work. Some people have on their desk sentence stems to help them. For those that need it read again. 5, 4,
Pause the video.
3, 2, 1. You should be in your seat if you're ready to get started. For those people that need it read again, you're in listening learner mode. No. That afternoon, I walked home alone. Who's talking? This is Chloe talking. Chloe walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled up with all the things I wished I would have said to Maya. Each kindness I had never shown. I threw small stones into the pond, over and over, watching the water ripple out and away, out and away. Like each kindness done and not done. Like every girl somewhere holding out a small gift to someone, and that someone turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of kindness to Maya became more and more forever gone. Go back to your seat and tell me what Chloe thinks, says, feels, or does when she finds out Maya's not coming back to class.
Pause the video now.
Stop it.